All right, that's good to know. We're recording. Welcome, welcome. So, Saturday morning on the deck. If you're in San Diego and you want to come in person, Saturday class starts at 9:30. Marjan is here with me and Julie's on virtual Zoom. So, we're recording this, and if you're watching the replay, thumbs up to you. All right, let's go ahead and stand. That's aha moment when you get to your mat and you feel this release of like, I'm going to practice for an hour, self-care, tuning in. Off, off, off. And we have dog yoga as well. Jackson, come. Okay. All right. Here we go. Bounce. Ground into your feet. Woo. Little pulses. Let your hands release. Maybe your breath is coming a little pulsy as well. Rock the hips forward and back. You open the feet as well. Bounce. Circle the hips. Big circles now, forward and back. Forward, side, back, side. And then switch directions. Yeah, I feel it too. This crunching into the hips, this like mobility, so important. Good. All right, bring it back in a little bit so that the feet are underneath the hips. Open it up. We'll go side bending. Right hand, left wrist. Inhale, pull that whole side body up and over to the right. The rib cage is spiraling upward, dropping over a little bit more to the right and left hips to the left. Inhale, come back to center, bounce a little bit. Other side, right arm up, over to the left. That's it. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, up, goalpost arms, letting your heart lift. Hips forward. Drop the chin. Bring the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Good. Just give that a push down into the fist towards the earth as you stretch out the side of the neck. Good, then bend the knees, shoot the hips back a little bit. Get the navel in, spread out the toes to activate the sit bones. Beautiful. And then forward fold, navel in and up. Little pulsing, rocking forward and back. Maybe side to side. Shake out the head gently. Good. Hands to the low back. Count out the back. Side of the legs. Side of the calf. Back up. Yeah. Your own rhythm, chiming. Action of the body.
Awesome. Walk the hands to one side. Back to center. Over to the other side. Awesome. Come back to center. Halfway lift. So walk the hands up underneath the kneecaps. Push back into the knees. Heart forward.
Persistent today.
Yeah, today's restless. Ribs in, heart forward. Good. Yeah, it might be mom not taking him for his regular walk. Gonna come back in. Good. And a couple more like that. My feet are a little wide. I like them directly underneath the hips, giving it more energy down into the feet. Ribs, heart, forward. Long neck. A couple more times. Inhale out. Exhale back. Feel the legs light up. It's almost like intentional heat you're firing into the legs. Last one. Ribs in, heart forward. Good. Right into the middle of the back. The hardest part is this middle part. I always watch the videos and I'm like, okay, push just a little bit right in between the shoulder blades to lengthen out. Good. Come back in. Wow. And then just step back. High plank. Hands underneath the shoulders. Pulsing into your plank. Forward and back with the heels. Awesome. So nice to have that clearing already starting. And then side to side. Drop heels right. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale to the left. And just pull side to side. So good. Back to center. Drop the knees. And we'll warm up the shoulders a little bit with some 10 touches. Okay. So keep the half plank is great. Just a middle place, not too strenuous. And also a suggestion too, if you're not strong enough to go all the way down and back up, you can just pulse, to build up that strength. Pulsing from the top halfway to halfway, or you can come halfway and then come back up. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Tell I haven't been practicing this. Right? Dropping down onto the belly, long spine. Drape the head on your hands. Rock the feet from side to side. Circle out the ankles, letting the heels be heavy. Still the breath is even. In through the nose, out through the nose. Make sure your belly's long by taking the hands, and draping the chest forward. Helpful because we're coming into this hover with the hands, hover with the toes. Shoulders onto the back. Arms extend out to the sides, lifting up. And then reach forward, grab the thumbs and lift. Ah, so good. So you wake up now. Open it up. Open, open, open. Interlace the hands above your back and push back into double fist. Bend the knees, see if you can reach your ankles. Again, we're just getting started, so don't strain too much. Just grab and hold. I like dropping chin to feel the side of the neck. I am not vegan. And I had a cheesecake last night, a gorgeous cheesecake, but it does add more phlegm. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, but it was yummy. It was so good.
I don't eat cheese though, so I can totally understand.
Yeah. Heart forward, up dog. Look over the left side. Come back to center, sugar tube. Yeah. More sugar than anything.
Could be that.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. Come back to center. Inhale. And then move through tabletop. We're just getting started. Find that pulse. And then hover the knees in that bear plank. Yep, so make sure your sit bones are back. Ribs in, heart extends forward, and just hover. Knees are as wide as the hips. Rotate a little bit, side to side into the hips. It's awesome. All right, and our first down dog. Press up and back. Shoulders expanding wide, fingers wide as well. Move weight, right hand, left heel, right heel. Circling it out. And switch directions. Nice. Come down to child's pose. Knees nice and wide. Hips all the way back to the heels. Just rest your head. You can walk the hands over to one side. And that opposite hand come onto the other. So if you're off to the left, your right hand goes on top of the left. Breath fluid. Inhale, come back to center. And then the other side, walk the hands to the other side. Left hand on top of right. Great. Come back to center. Back into neutral tabletop. We'll do another bear plank, but first play with the spine, round into the back, into your cat, and drop navel for cow. Your own rhythm and timing. This is my timing. I like to go a little slower and pulse at the top. But that's my body. You do your body. With the breath. Wow. One more round. Nice. Neutral spine, so your hips push back, so you feel the activity, the lighting up of the sit bones. Ribs knit in, heart extends forward, long neck. Once you find that, tuck the toes under, hover the knees. And you could swivel if you like, keep it lifted. Back to center if you're swiveling, and into your down dog. Right hand grabs left ankle underneath that left arm. Hold that right arm off to the right. Stabilize the right foot and release left leg back. Get yourself to lift a little farther away from the earth. Possibly reach for your foot above you. I know, we're gonna, it's okay. That's why we call it practice. And it's up to you. You can rest in child's pose or flip it over to wild thing. How do you do that? You lean forward, left leg's gonna drop behind you, left arm's gonna come up. I like slow motion just to play. And once I'm at this edge where I want to lift up, right leg can go straight, give you some more space to lift. Keep that micro bend in the right arm so your muscles are squeezing into the arm. That keeps that arm and shoulder elbow safe. Tight. Gently come out, so you've got to focus, drop that right elbow bending, gently come over. There you go. It's interesting to do it nice and slow. Take a rest, drop into child's pose, stretch out the back. Great. One more time. I love this plank. If it's feeling a little too much on your elbows, you can always plank with the elbows down. Yeah, that's, do you feel it? And also it's stretching up the shoulders, so that's nice. Maybe I'll do that too. Do a little forearm plank. Ribs in, heart forward, long neck. You would do the wiggle, wiggle, side to side. Breath. Yeah, that feels great in the shoulder socket for sure. Come back to center and lift it up. We're in dolphin now. And straighten one arm, straighten the other arm. And what do we have? We have the twist on the other ankle. So left hand, right ankle. Anytime you do that, exhale through the mouth, just take advantage of that release. Cover the left hand off to the left. Adjust. I always adjust my left foot a little to make it solid. And then the right leg can extend up. Reaching for the foot. One side's easier than the other. If you fall out, just go back in or rest. Nice, release. Release into wild thing. Lean forward, open up that right hip so it drops behind you. Pulse a little. And then straighten that left leg. Awesome. Come on down. High to low push up. Yeah. And up dog. Again, let's look over the shoulder. Back to center. And the other shoulder. Back to center. Nice. Let's walk forward. Little tippy toe. Step up to the front of the mat. Take your time. Those spots that might feel amazing. And as you press, so if the floor seems like it's far away, I'm going to roll up your stick into a little bit of support. So tippy toes, high tippy toes again. And middle side. You see that? Plant your hands as firmly as possible. Sinking in. Yeah, that's it. And then lift, lift, lift. It's like, whoa, you're coming all the way up, pushing into the hands, spreading that out. Good, you feel that? All that power into the hands. It's like you're gonna lift yourself up into handstand. Yeah, you're like, which planet are you on, Todd? I'm seeing it up on the Instagrams. It's like so beautiful. Wrist taps, right? I think wrist taps are the first step. But it's belly. Wow. I feel it in my calves as well. So that's not good. You want it in the belly, in the ribs, in the arms. Oh my gosh, that's enough. Oh, go ahead and squat down. Isn't that wild? The ability that the body has to like progress. I mean, it's beautiful. We are beautiful, just right where we are.
Right.
But the anticipation and the vision of like more
Yeah.
is always just nice.
It is.
Yeah. But we are perfect just the way we are. That's the hardest thing. Self-love. Self-love. This is exactly what is supposed to be happening right now in this very moment. And I embrace it with love and compassion, adoration for the spirit that is flowing through me right now. Really good. All right. You got you so much. Forward fold. Roll up. We'll bounce it out. Good, good. Up. All right. So let us take real just simple. We'll go warrior 1 and warrior 2 right from the top. That'll be nice. So back leg, left leg goes to the back. Right foot forward. We're checking in with this right hip crease. Bring it back. Oh yeah. And I have my feet wide. Yeah. It's helpful for this right hip crease as it moves back. Good. Once that's there, you can feel it in that back ankle. Lower belly's lifting. Eyes are right off your nose in front of you. Roll the shoulders. It's so easy, and I do it all the time. It's like, okay, we're looking at our computer, our phone, remembering that here we're expansive, more expansive. Shoulders onto the back, heart's lifting, lower belly. Spread out the toes. A lot to think about. Arms forward, good. Shoulders slide back onto the back a little bit more. And then try the goalpost arms. Push into that back leg. Get the kneecap to lift in the back side.
We're gonna hold for 5 breaths. Activating front foot, back foot. Pretend you're on ice and you're pulling it into the plumb line towards center. Good. If it feels like you want to lift a little bit and arc into that back bend, you can play with that. Nice. Go ahead and straighten. Drop arms. I'm going to move my right foot over since it was so wide and settle into warrior 2. Yeah, there's a lot of adjustment that happens on the feet there. Once you're coming into that, you can naturally want to collapse in the right hip, but we're going to pull that back, open up this right hip, wrapping that right glute underneath you, and then spread out the arms. There you are. Stay tall. Over to that left side. Take that left hand to the left knee, right arm high. Right elbow behind the head. Take that left hand to assist the length. Left hand reaches for the right fingers and just hold for another 2 breaths. Excellent. Right elbow to the knee. Left arm comes high. Option to hover the right toes. If you feel like you're a little wide, just bring it closer. Hover the right finger over the toe. Good. Left hand comes down. Change that back heel, right hand on the knee. And the back heel can go straight up to protect that back knee. Cover that back toes. Yeah. It's better on the back and the ankle. Woo. Right arm high. Good. Frame that front foot, adjust it over to frame the right foot with the right hand, push back into a nice flow. Slide through for your up dog. Down dog. This is nice, quiet, slow practice, even though it's strong with that warrior sequence. Be mindful of the pace. All right, let's step left leg forward or off to the left side of the mat. Plant the right foot at a 45 on the back side, prepping yourself for warrior 1. Good boy, stay. I just want to watch you guys. We have an audience. Left hip pulls back, right hip forward, sinking into the feet. You can feel the central column. Always nice to do these little pulses so you can sense the mula bandha in that low belly. New lines that you're waking up through the legs. Yeah, does that feel nice to sort of press into the feet? Once you find that, shoulders onto your back. Cactus. Onto the back, yeah. And then cactus. Heart. Envisioning the heart lifting. And eventually this warrior 1 becomes sort of a back bend, arching in and up. Make sure it feels good to you. Nice. Chin comes down, straighten that front leg. Take that left foot over to the right. I tend to want to go wider with my feet for warrior 2. Settle in. Wrapping that left glute behind you. Nice. Feel that small of the back. Yep, and that left hip crease tucks under and over. Yeah, there it is. Feel it towards the back of the mat. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you did it. You saw this back a little bit. You see that? It's actually fine. Feel that? That little shift. We'll activate this just a little bit. Actually, yes. That. That's it. There's the small. That. Awesome. Okay, spread out the arms. Yeah, there's so much more energy here. Close that center. So nice. Okay. I can see even the activation on the inside as well as the outside. Good. Yeah, I mean it's just not flaccid. It's the legs working for you. Yeah, that's why we call it warrior. We're ready. All right, left elbow behind the head. Myself up so I can feel that, especially in that left hip. Reaching for the fingers. Still C curving over to that right side. Awesome. Left elbow comes down. Right arm high. Hover the fingertips above that big toe. Excellent. Right hand to the mat. Change that back heel. Find the low lunge. Right. Move the left foot over to the left a little bit, creating space for my torso. Check in with the big toe. Big toe pushes down, inner ankle bone lifting, and then you're spreading that foot out. Sinking into the inside edge. I have a weak inner left ankle, so I'm actually focusing, pushing down into this point on the back of my heel, the front leg. All right, ready? Let's flow, your rhythm. I plank. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget something? I did. Yep, I forgot their twist. So come back, step back up. Left hand on the knee. Feel the rib cage, using your hand to spiral the ribs upward. Roll out. Yeah, we don't want to forget this. I was so focused on my vulnerability on my ankle, I forgot. Here you go, turning into that left shoulder. Nice, look down, now you're ready. Plank. Easy push up for me today. Shoulders on the back. Slowly move into up dog. And tuck the toes, strong core, down dog. Let's go back to forearms. Continue that. Dolphin. Walk the toes in a little bit. And take a right leg high. Feels correct for you. You can come into inversion. Or just play with hops. Switch legs.
Nice, huh? Just challenges you. A key component is lifting up and away from the ground through your chest. You gaze to the mat, find your ribs in, and hover. Nice. And then rest. And support the head with double fists. Woo. Deep sigh in through the nose. Let it go out through the mouth. Awesome. One more time. Inhale, nose. Out through the mouth. Great. Gently come out. Let's step up into, well, first circle out both hips. We're going to go into Malasana in just a sec, but nice hip circles, both directions. Switch legs. Make sure you go both directions. Good. Step up left leg. Step up right leg. And come into Malasana. And for me, always my ankles are my vulnerable spot. I'm just going to roll my mat up a little bit. Give my heels a little something to sit on. Yeah. Good. Shooting the hips back. And the chest forward and up. Little pressure, elbows into the knees, knees into the elbows. Closing your eyes, take 5 breaths. Awesome. Head drops. Lean into this baby Bakasana where you're planting the hands and leaning the elbows on the upper arms. Great. Find a forward fold. Roll yourself up. Nice. Let's do a little walkabout. So take your vision really clear, just right foot, heel, toe, and then left foot, heel, toe. Stay upright. Just walk in a circle around our mat. I was told that I'm not putting enough pressure on my left heel when I walk. And that I have this huge callus on the toe mat, center of the foot right here. There's not enough weight happening in my, so this will retrain us to remember full foot, heel to toe. Feel like I can even feel like that's weird. I haven't been doing that. Wow. Push into that left heel and drop one more time. Good. He doesn't come to me because
He knows better. Bad cop. Yeah.
Yeah. She tells me no. All right. Find your mat again. And we'll go into standing on one leg. Woo. Jackson, off. Off. All right. And not to hyperextend the knees. I was noticing. Okay, so lean to the left foot. Take that right knee high. Interlace the fingers, grab the knee towards your chest. Part of the yoga practice is to not allow distractions to take you out of your Zen. That's a superpower. So we are practicing that here today. Good, circle up this hip. You can swing it forward and back. Nice. Fall out. Big deal. Good. Let's do the other side. Same thing. Interlace fingers. Pull it up. And circle it out. Dominant leg usually seems so much more steady. Good. Gently go back to the right foot. He's not listening to me. Fingers, grab your Maha Mudra around that right toe. And straighten it out. Good. Up the bench. Up. Yep, out to the side. Excellent. Woo. Beautiful balance. You can always go into bent knee. See that bent knee and open to the side instead. That does not feel accessible with the leg off to the side. Come back to center. Same thing. Bent knees, absolutely great to turn into that twist. Beautiful. Come back to center. Last little bit if you want. Pull in, pull in, pull in. And hover. 8 and 9 and 10. Oh, woo! On the inside. Like, that was hard.
Lasts so long.
It did. All right, other side. Yeah, and I only got part of it. So reaching, pulling in, and then off to the side. Now that you can bend the knee. This is great too. I'm just on the standing leg for me. It's like I feel like something's going on that right IT band. I've been practicing this as much. Come back to center. Find that twist. That is absolutely a key way to move gradually into straight leg. Fall out, go back in. Wow, it is long. Now that I've done the whole thing, wow. 2, and then hover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. 10. Oh my gosh. Gotta love it. Let's go wide and stretch this out. Inner, right, off to the side. Sit on that Smith.
add twist, drop shoulder down, and straighten the opposite arm. Roll the right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center and switch sides. Hips shoot back, heart switching forward, drop the shoulder. So good. Come back to center and use the hands for support. Just gently straighten the blocks and then widen the feet. Let's straighten it out. Yeah. Navel in. Hang on to it. I think it might be a tad wide. Okay. And then bend the knees slightly. Good. And then see if you can push back and then engage the calf. Now walk the hands to center. Same line as the feet. Yeah, bring them all the way into this line. Yeah, and then drop the head down and pull. Yeah, shoulders straight up the back. Maybe a little narrower with the feet just a tad. And now you'll have that leverage to pull down. Go ahead and bend the knees again. Find that. Now push back into the feet and straighten the legs. Yeah, do you feel that? Oh my gosh. Do that again and try to activate this where my fingers are now. Yes. There you go. You feel that? Fire it up. So I like that trick. Go sideways. I like that trick for vagal engagement as well. So pushing down. Activate. One more time, bend. Turn side over to that left side. Back to center. Over to the right. Hamstrings today. Good. Turn to the front. I'm on my left side, so whichever side. Yeah, go left side. Or yeah, or set on the mat. That's fine. Just drape over the front leg. Flex out through that left heel, might as well. Hamstring stretching. If you need blocks, put blocks on either side of your hands. Drop that toe. Turn the ankle to that left side. Not a good exercise for my ankle, but if I don't put too much pressure on that side, you go all the way up to the IT band. Come back, and we'll just switch. Step up and switch sides. Keep it simple. Blocks are helpful. Right toe comes up. Drop that toe, turn it to the right so that the heel opens up to the left. Feel it all the way up side of that calf up into that right hip. Beautiful. All right, step back. Last little flow, and then we're gonna hop onto our hips. Yeah, my push-up just goes right to my belly. I'm like, no.
One of those days.
Yeah, one of those days, nice and slow, mindful to keep the body soothed. Good. All right, hopping up, crossing the ankles. Make sure your hands are wide enough. Round into your back, bend into your elbows. Give yourself a little crisscross sit. And there we go. Nice. And as well, into Navasana. I'm going to turn sideways.
different ways of engaging that core. You can start with your hands behind you. Excellent. Lift the feet and do the hands behind you. Absolutely key. This is strengthening already. If you're able, you can release your arms and then extend. Yeah. Hearts lifting, gaze towards your toes. Cross the ankles, lean forward. If you have blocks, lucky you, you might be able to lift your hips high. Yeah, hands right next to the hips, push into the blocks and lift the hips up. Good. And then one more Navasana. And a good. Cross the other ankle in front. Feels awkward. It's a non-habitual side. Same thing. Hands next to your hips. Use the exhale to push the hips high. The feet come off. Good. Yes. You're doing it for us. And let's just rock and roll. Massage the backs. Rolling all the way back. And then just stay on your back. Circle up the hips. Turn a little sideways. Nice massage. This is such a great partner exercise where it's 90 degrees right off of the hips. And then you just push down and massage your back. In the other direction. You can also do that same thing with the legs straight up as well. Circling out. Here comes our son.
Yeah, right.
You're right at the end. That's good. All right. Any last posture that your body wants? Maybe happy baby. Bridge pose, supported bridge pose. Excellent. That feel good?
Yeah.
It's part of the Thai work that I do. Massage. There it is. Feel it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really good. It's hard. Sometimes it's so, our work is just, well, not sometimes, all the times. Our work is to release, allow, surrender, and let go of the tension that's holding our body. So what Thai is about, that's what yoga is about. All right, so I'm gonna play with the block, support in the back, releasing all of the forward folds. That compression is now going the opposite way, opening into sort of a back bend. Walk your feet forward. Bring the feet, straight legs over to the right, stretching out that opposite cage, hip. Back to center. And the other side. Back to center. You can even lift one leg up
Straighten the other leg or bend. Just explore creative movements. Switch. Still breathing. Supported shoulder stand actually with that. Both legs coming up. Mini shoulder stand. If you feel like you want to go over, you can into plow. Moving the block and maybe going right up into your shoulder stand. Playing with the toes. One toe can come down, the other can stay up. Alternate. And then pinch to your pose if that's in your practice. Knees can come around your ears. Gently roll down. I like bringing my hands to the tops of my feet. What that does for me is it supports and controls the amount of roll that I go down. It's like a assist. Once your back is on the mat, circle out the legs. Good. Switch directions. If you have two blocks, put one underneath each hand. And if you don't have blocks, and you still want some support without any props, all you need to do is broken bridge, which is bring the knees together to touch like a pyramid and your feet off to the sides. Broken bridge. Great way to support your low back. Just let go of that ujjayi breath, that ocean breath, and breathe soft, seamless breath. Soft jaw, face.
thing about being at your own home. Stay as long as you like. Yeah. Marshawn's going, I'm not at home. I have to get up. Yeah. Fingertips, rubbing the thumb against its fingertips, rocking the head from side to side. So amazing. And slowly and gently, one knee comes up, the other knee. Rolling to whichever side you want to roll towards. Go to that side. And then using the hands, gently come up. To a meditative posture. One last breath together in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Hands coming together next to your heart. Namaste. Thanks for being here. It's nice to have real bodies with me. Yeah, and I love virtual too. Thank you for being here, Julie. Julie's here. And for those of you who finished and watched the replay, I celebrate you as well.